Hey, what is up guys? So pretty much today I'm bringing you my favorite 10 watches under $150, and this is for a very specific reason. Watches are expensive. How expensive? Really expensive. If you have $1,000 in your bank account, you want a watch that is $5,000. If you have $5,000 in your bank account, then you want a watch that is $10,000, and so on until you get broke. And really broke. You're probably gonna end up living under a bridge, but hey, you're gonna have a beautiful, so dreamy A. Lange & Söhne datograph. So before we start, I am gonna make some clarifications. I'm not going to put on the Orient Bambino pretty much because any other list you can find online has that watch. So I think it's pretty clear. It is definitely one, if not the best watch. So, but everybody knows that, so I'm just not gonna put it on my list since it is pretty obvious. And another thing is that I'm gonna try not to repeat a lot of watches from the same brand, pretty much because if I do that, all the list will be Seikos or Orients, and that's not the idea. With that said, let's begin. So the first watch we have on the list is the Casio Duro. This one has the reference MDV106-1A. You can find it around $50 depending on what you're looking for. It comes with 200 meters of water resistance, with a case of 44 millimeters, a height of 12 millimeters, and it comes with a mineral crystal instead of sapphire, which is pretty understandable considering the price. Then we have that it is actually quartz, which I know a lot of people don't like, but again, it's only a $50 watch. And it comes with a screw down crown, which I think is the reason for why we have such a high water resistance. This is a pretty versatile watch, and for people that are really not into watches and they just want something that they can rely on, I think this is one of the best watches that you can buy for the money, especially considering that even Bill Gates, I think at some point wore this watch, which can tell you that it is pretty reliable and that it doesn't really matter how expensive your watch is. You can always get a good quality watch, even if it is for only $50. So the next watch we have is the Invicta Pro Diver 8926OB. This one comes with a Seiko caliber NH35. It comes with 41 hours of power reserve, with a case of 40 millimeters, a height of 14 millimeters, which is actually kind of thick, but I mean, it's probably pretty understandable. It comes with a mineral crystal. At this price point, I probably would have appreciated a sapphire crystal, but I guess I can let it go. It comes with a date and 200 meters of water resistant and a bandwidth of 20 millimeters. This one, just as the past one, comes with a screw down crown, which is always really appreciated. And it comes with a unidirectional bezel. I know a lot of people out there, they don't like Invicta, but I think most people would agree that at least this version of watches that they have are actually pretty good for the money, and especially because you can find this one under $100. I think in Joma Shop it was in $85 if I'm not wrong. The next watch is one that I think a lot of people are gonna appreciate from a brand recognition perspective, pretty much because it is a Tissot every time. Reference T109610160310. God, I really hate these references. This one comes at exactly $139.99. It is a quartz movement that, again, I know a lot of people are not gonna like, but at least you get the brand recognition, a well-built watch, and really great aesthetics for the price. This one comes at 42 millimeters long, 6.5 millimeters high, so it's gonna be perfect as a dress watch. It is Swiss made. I know a lot of people really like that. This one comes with a sapphire crystal, 20 meters of bandwidth, so it's gonna be kind of relatively easy to find other substitutes if you're into that. And then this one comes with 30 meters of water resistance, which means that you can pretty much just wear it on the very light rain. This watch is really pleasing from the aesthetics perspective. I really like it. I think a lot of people are gonna appreciate how simplistic it is. Besides, I think this is the cheapest watch that you can get from the brand. I know a lot of people love brands and they like to only have like well-known brands. This is your opportunity to wear a watch that a lot of people are going to recognize and appreciate. You can rest assured that it is gonna be well built and that it is pretty much a watch that is gonna be acceptable in almost every condition in the workplace. The next watch we have is the Orient Mako 2, reference FAA02002D9. This one comes at $120. The case is 41.5 millimeters with a height of 13 millimeters, which is a little bit on the thick side, but I think it's pretty acceptable for a diver. It has the caliber f6922. It comes with 200 meters of water resistance, which I think is pretty good for a mechanic watch on the $150. They have a bracelet width of 22 millimeters. It comes with a mineral crystal, which I would have preferred for it to come with a sapphire, but again, Orient and Seiko didn't really work with sapphire, so there's nothing we can do about it. It comes with 40 hours of power reserve and a day-day complication. This is one of those watches that a lot of people have just because they are so famous for the quality that they provide. I think they have really good aesthetics. I think a lot of people are gonna be pretty happy with it. And yeah, what else can we say about this watch that has not been said before? So the next watch is the Bulova 96C130. This one comes for around $160. It is actually 30 meters of water resistant. It comes with a day and a day complication. The case is 42 millimeters. It comes with a height of 11.5 millimeters. It comes with 40 hours of power reserve and a mineral crystal. I know that this watch technically is over $150, but just for an extra 10 bucks, you can get an automatic watch from a pretty nice brand that a lot of people are going to recognize and appreciate. And not to mention that they are usually pretty well built. Okay, now we have the Citizen BM725153L. Just as the Bulova, this one is a little bit more expensive, but I think you get a lot of quality extra for those extra 10 bucks that you're gonna spend. This one comes at $160. 41 millimeter case, 10 millimeters of height, so it's relatively thin. This one actually has sapphire crystal, which I really appreciate it, and it comes with 100 meters of water resistance. The movement is an Eco Drive caliber E111, which for the people that don't know, the Eco Drive movement actually gains the energy from the sunlight. This one in particular, according to the website, gets it from any sort of light, either solar or artificial, so I think that's pretty sweet. And it comes with a day complication, which at least personally I find very useful. This one is really nice looking. I think it is a watch that I would literally go run and buy, and I think it really provides a huge value for money. The seventh watch is a brand that I know a lot of people were waiting for. In this case, I decided to go with the Orient Classic Blue with the reference RAKV0401L10B. That is a really long reference. And I decided to put this one. I know there are probably any other models that you would like better, but I don't think we often see chronograph that are well built under $150. And I know even though this one is quartz and a lot of people are not gonna like that, it is really hard to find a chronograph that is automatic or manual wind under $150, so bear with me. This one comes at exactly $150 with a case of 42.4 millimeters. It is a little bit on the bigger side. It comes with a height of 12 millimeters. As I said, it comes with a watch movement. It has a Harlex crystal, which for the people that don't know about it, it is actually a little bit tougher and a little bit more scratch resistant than mineral, but less than sapphire. So it's like an in-between. It has 50 meters of water resistance. It has with a bandwidth of 20 millimeters, and at least the version that I'm looking at comes with a mesh strap, which I really appreciate from a aesthetics and fashion perspective. If you wear this watch, you can be sure that you have something that is really well built, that is not gonna be one of your typical fashion watches. It is a chronograph, so they have like an intrinsic good aesthetics for the fashion side. And this one actually comes in the blue, which I prefer, but it also comes with a white dial in case you like that simplistic monochromatic aesthetics. The next watch is also an Orient. I know I said I was not gonna put on the Bambino, but this one is technically not the classic Bambino. This one is the Open Heart FAG00004D0. This one, just the past one, comes at exactly $150. This one has a caliber F6T22. It is automatic. The case is 43 millimeters long, almost 12 millimeters high. It has a 40 hours of power resistance, it has a mineral crystal, 22 millimeters in the bind width, and an open heart, which I think is really beautiful. And just as much watches, at least dress watches, this one comes with 50 meters of water resistance. I think there is not a lot that we can say about this watch that hasn't been said before. It is just beautiful. I love the mechanics and I love to be able to see the balance on the dial. And yeah, if you're just like me, you're gonna really appreciate looking at this watch for hours in your class or at work. So now we have the last two watches from this list, which I think personally are my favorite. The first one is the Seiko SNK D99K1. I know this is a watch that a lot of people probably have seen already. It comes between a price of $95 to $130. It comes with a case diameter of 37 millimeters, which I really appreciate since I have very girly wrists. Then we have 12 millimeters high, which I think it's pretty acceptable considering that it has the aesthetics of a diver. It has mineral crystal, 50 meters of water resistance, which from the looks I would have appreciated if it would be at least 100 meters, but there's not much we can do about it. It comes with the Seiko caliber 7S26 with a day and date complication, which as I said is really useful, at least for me and I know for a lot of people. And it has 40 to 41 hours of power reserve, which is in the standard. I really appreciate the looks from this watch. I love the blue dial, and I think it is a watch that has made a lot of people fall in love with watches in general. So finally we have what I think it is the best value for money watch. If you don't mind for it to be from a fashion brand, I think you're really going to appreciate and enjoy this watch. It is the Calvin Klein K5S341CZ. It comes between $130 to $180. I think you can find this watch in Ashford, at least that's the only page I know where they sell it at this price. It comes with a case diameter of 42 millimeters, a height of 10 millimeters, which I think is pretty nice. It has sapphire crystal, and this is the most important part. It comes with an ETA 2824 2. I mean, where else can you find a Swiss-made watch from a well-known brand that is gonna have this kind of movement that you can find in watches that are literally several times more expensive for this price? I mean, it is really unbelievable, and I love this watch. Actually, I was planning to buy it for my brother just because I think this would make him fall in love with watches just like I am. Overall, I think a lot of people didn't know about this watch. I hope you can find the opportunity to one day buy it. I don't think they're gonna keep this price for a long time, especially because when demand increases, then usually the price increases too. So if you have the opportunity to find it around these prices that I mentioned, you should probably go and buy it, mostly because I don't know how long that's gonna be kept. And yeah. Okay guys, that was my list of top 10 watches. They didn't really have any order in particular, except the CK. I think that is definitely one of the best watches you can get. And yeah, besides that, tell me what you guys think about it. Do you like it? Did you not like it? Leave your comments down below if you have any other watch that you think should be on this list. Maybe I can make another video in the future. Soon future? Yeah, in the future. And yeah, subscribe, give a like, and thank you for watching. Ciao.